Good morning, friends. I've woken up. I've seen that Genesis is bankrupt, and I've smiled. I have not even read any of the news. I haven't seen anything besides a headline. I am recording this for you straight. That's how confident I am. Okay? That's why you're going to love me even more when I tell you this. Genesis going bankrupt is a sign that the bear market is over. Other people will believe it will continue to snowballs. Markets don't work like that, okay? Markets end with bangs. And this is one of the the avalanche has hit down the mountain. That was the big FTX thing. And this comes along with it. So this has happened before in history, and you got to know that in markets, you want to see bankruptcies, destruction. You want to see stuff like this, and you want to see how the market reacts. And if the market reacts good, that's how you know it's the end of the bear market. It's actually quite fascinating because most people believe, and I did too, you believe that these bankruptcies and all these destruction of big players going down, you think they cause the bear market. No, they don't. Believe it or not, do you know what causes the bear market? It's actually just people getting too happy. I promise. It has nothing to do. I know you put down your fork. I know you're sitting at the dinner table watching this. Put down your fork right now. I promise you, there is actually no correlation between. You're gonna laugh. Fed raising rates, and then the QT, and all this stuff that we see. There's actually no correlation between that. I know it sounds crazy. I know. I didn't believe it at the start too. These things, this is what happens. Markets move up and down based off human emotion and our expectations. And when other news happens at the same time, we make that connection. We magnet them. We say, oh, we're going down and the Fed's raising rates, therefore the Fed pushed us down, right? And look, I understand that this is such a foreign concept. We're going to have to go through it later. It's so crazy. It's so crazy that we can't possibly explain in this video, because today we're just going to go through Genesis, and I want you to see, okay, this was just someone farting. Look at the size of this candle. This is a daily candle. Someone farted here and we went down. Let's just look at this Bitcoin distance, for example. We went down 12%. Literally on a fart. This is Genesis going bankrupt. Alright. Look at this little thing. Alright, think about that. We're down half as much. Genesis went bankrupt. And that happened, you know. It's almost amazing. It's almost as if these red candles here, it's almost as if the market priced it in. I know it's crazy. I know it's crazy, right? It's almost as if it priced it in. You have to think like this. Firstly, forget Genesis for a second. You got to think, if the big daddy, if FTX, the king snake, recovered, that's not accidental. That is not accidental at all, okay? But now, let's go back through a bit of history. This has happened before in land of Bitcoin, right? So, land of Bitcoin, you know, right? So, you know, Binance got hacked here. Alright, check this month out. Binance got hacked in this month. Binance got hacked in the month, and we still did plus 60% in the month. Let's go deeper. You probably want to say, oh, there was maybe a big knee jerk. No, let's check the week. I think it was May, like 9th or something. It doesn't matter. We're up on the week, friends. We're still up on the week. So you can't even see any red here. No one cared. By this point, no one cared. I think it was around, yeah, it was around here, man. Look, it was this little thing. Look at this. No! It's funny. We dropped 6% and then we came back. Little green candle. See this thing? Binance got hacked around here. Binance got lost, and 2% of their Bitcoin was stolen, and it was just, it was such a big thing, and the market didn't care. We were ready to go. But I want you to know that because the market didn't care, why? because the candles were going up. That's it. The candles were going up. It gave everyone the confidence to know that no one cared. But if Binance got hacked down here, right, it would probably would have been a different story. It's just funny how all these things come as a sign to us. They really do. I'm not joking. It's I don't know who someone's in control, or is it our human brains putting a pattern to these? But this is exactly what you want to see. You want to see. So if you said to me, I'm not even kidding, right? You said to me, you see this chart? I'm not even joking. This is the 3-day. Look, we're still dojing. No one cares. So this is actually what you want to see. So you told me, okay, it's a bear market. It's a bear market. It's a bear market, sir. And then you tell to me, okay, man, how do you want this bear market to end? And I'm like, it hurts because I'm long, but how I actually want it to end is a big player to go out, and we see this level. I want us to break that level. I want us to break that level and then just stop. I promise this is exactly what I was telling my friends. I was telling everyone this. I said, the best thing to actually do is you go dagger down, you go, it's over, but then you just stop. Because the market discovers, everyone discovers, there's actually not that much leverage around here. And you just go sideways and you go, zoop. And then this is the thing, that's what 80% of what you need. And then I said the icing on top, like the cherry, the final cherry to complete the cake would be bad news comes on the way here. Right? Now, I don't know, or you don't know when it's going to come. It could have come here, could come up here. You never know. Like Bitcoin might have gone up here, right? It could have happened there. But it doesn't really matter exactly when it comes. It's just somewhere along the recovery where you think, oh my God, the bad news is finally here. And Mark goes, no one cares anymore because we're done. Because we're done. And you will sit here just as confused as anybody else. Because you will think, wait a minute. How come bad news comes out and we barely go down? Whereas during the nothingness, when we were waiting and hoping, you know, these red candles, like nothing, the bad news was out, but we had dealt with it. How come there were more bad news here? This is before FTX collapse, right? Because FTX collapse was there. How come there were more bigger red candles there? And that's why I promise you this. I promise you this. It's like we just move through time. It's people's emotions. People, there's a meme in their head. They want to be bullish, and then the buyers run out, so they want to be bearish. And then that's it. And then the sellers run out. This is what this part is, okay? So yes, the sellers run out. It was the final show. The sellers run out, which is what we stopped here. And now we just want to be bullish. That's it. And the people who can identify the crowd in tune, you get to prosper from this. Everybody else is still on the sidelines being angry, but that's okay. That's what we expect. That's what we expect. Because most people are just looking at the candle color, right? So this is what we want to see. Genesis, yes, you went down. Yeah. Oh no, Genesis. Firstly, let me tell you this. Who the hell cares what Genesis is? Who cares? Dude, if we go back to literally October, no one knew who the hell Genesis, what's a DCG, right? No one even knew that Grayscale charges 2% on your Bitcoin. No one knew this stuff. I knew all of this, but no one cared. I was like, huh? What's this word, Genesis? Is it a new coin? Can I ape into it? That's all he's cared about. No one cared about this guy. No one cared about Barry Schubert and Zcash, all this stuff. No one cares. They're all trash. And now we're like, but you know why we cared? It's because we wanted to be bearish. The crowd wanted to be bearish. That's why we cared. We looked for stuff to care. We looked for stuff. But now we've run out of sellers. It's just because we just had sellers there, man. So that's what you gotta carry as a lesson through time, okay? When you invest, just know there are always a subset of people. Remember my bell curve, okay? There are always a subset of people who are going to be panic sellers. Always. It doesn't matter what the asset is. It doesn't matter what it is, okay? There are always going to be people with a selling mindset. And I know it's hard to believe, but no matter what happens, there's always going to be people with a FOMO buyer mindset. There is. They're going to be buying up. These guys want to be selling down. So that there's always going to be people who hang around with this man. They are there. They're there right now. I know you don't believe it, but they're there right now. They want a reason to ape. They want to feel good. Green candles are euphoric. Don't forget that. And what's happening right now is this path is starting. This is the path of being euphoric. You know, part of you being euphoric, my final message, man, there's a path to being bearish. The bearish part is it starts with super happiness. It starts with Dogecoin, man. That's the path to being bearish starts at the top of the mountain, the bull, right? And then no, things get bad and war and famine and all this stuff, right? That's the path. Just like now we're going to do the opposite. We invert it. There is a path to being bullish. And it starts with, it's the end of the world. I hate myself. Why'd I get in the industry? FTX betrays everybody. And then, oh, wait a minute. We start to recover. Genesis goes down. Oh, no. And then we start to go up. Like, well, I'm hoping this happens. Because now you're going to see that's the path of bullishness. It starts at the bottom of the bear. And that's why that's why I made all these videos saying the bull market starts now. Who was saying it down here? Me. Why? Because I'm a favorite friend. Until next time, friends.